Now let's look at this question on functions. It's question 3 and says that on the answer sheet, sketch the graph of f of x and g of x on the same set of axes, and x is from 0 degrees up until 360. The intercepts on both axes and the turning points should be clearly indicated. Now let's draw the graph. It's going to be 3.1 here. We have f of x, which is equals to sine x plus 2. We're going to have x, y. The x values are the angles. It's going to be 0 degrees, 90, 180, 270, all the way to 360, because the question on the statement, they said x is from 0 up until 360 degrees. Now you have to find the y value. Then it's going to be sine 0 degrees plus 2, which is 2. Then you can have sine 90 plus 2, which is 3. Sine 180 plus 2 is just 2. Then we have sine 270 plus 2 is 1. Sine 360 degrees plus 2 is going to be 2. Now we go to the g of x, which is equals to what? 2 cos x. Then you're gonna have x and y here. Going to be 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180, 270, and 360 degrees. The x values. Then we find the y values. You're gonna have 2 cos 0, which is 2. 2 cos 90, 0. 2 cos 180, negative 2. 2 cos 270, 0. And 2 cos 360 is going to be 2. Now that we have both axes, we can draw the graph. It's going to be like this. It's the y-axis here. Here's the x-axis. You can indicate axis, axis, axis. Now here on the y values, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna end with 3 as the highest number, because if you can see here on the y numbers here, the highest is 3. Then here is going to be -1 all the way up to -3. This is -2, -2. It's not really visible. Then you're gonna have 90 here on the 80 x-axis, 270 and 360 degrees. Now here's something like this. We can first draw the graph of f of x. We can see now here, when it's 0 degrees, the y value is 2. 0 is here, the starting line, and 2 is here. Then we have a point here. Then we have 90 and 3. There's 90. 3 is here, somewhere there. It's just a sketch. Then we have 180 goes with 2. There's 2. There's 180 here. Then we have 270 goes with 1. There's 1 here, 1, 1, 1. And 270 here. 360 goes with 2. We have 360. Then here we have 2. Then we can just do something like this. As you can see, this is the graph of f of x. The axis and the turning points are clearly indicated. Now we can draw the graph of g of x. Then g of x, we're gonna start with this point, which is 0 degrees and 2. And again, we have a point here too. Then 190, the y is 0. Then 180, the y is -2. This 180, -2 is here, -2. Somewhere there. Then 270 is 0 on the y-axis. Now you have 360 degrees goes with 2 is going to be here too. Then you can just fill in the curve so that it's clearly visible. Something like this. As you can see, we have the graph of gx. We have answered 3.1. Now let's see. 3.2 says that use the graphs to answer the following questions. We have 3.2.1. Let's just put it right here, 3.2.1. They want us to write what? The range of g. The range of this g of x, this graph, this one. The range, you're gonna look at the y-axis. The y-axis is this side. You're gonna look here. And as you can see here on this graph, the highest is 2 here. 2, and the lowest is -2. So the range is -2, 2, or some of them write it like this. It's going to be y is greater -2 but less than 2. That's how we write it. That is the range. Now for 3.2.2, for which values of x will f decrease? They want the value of f where this graph decreases. As you can see this graph here, where it starts to decrease. It starts from 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. As you can see here, 190, after 90 this graph is going down up until here. So those x values are greater than 90 degrees, but they are less than 270. You can see here on this graph starts to decrease after 90, it's going down, and it stops there. After 270, it's going up, is increasing. And here on this question, they want those values where the graph decreases. Which graph? The graph of f of x. Yeah, well, we are done with this question. Yeah.